Welcome to our Facebook Live for Wednesday, and it's my creative escape, which I have every Wednesday night. You're with Rochelle Smith at Stamping Flair, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. I am today sharing with you, it's a special creative escape. It's a celebration send-off. We've only got 4 days left of celebration, so you've still got 4 days left to make the best use of this amazing special and sale that Stampin' Up! Have. And it's a fantastic time for you to get freebies. So if you are new to the Stampin' Up! World in the sense of their products and you are not sure what it's about, Stampin' Up! Produce paper crafting supplies, and that's what I use in all my classes. And what with celebration is you have the opportunity to get a free product with every $90 you spend on products. So this has been running from January and it ends on the 28th of February. So you can earn as many free products as you like. So you spend 180, you can earn two free products if you choose in the tier 1. There are a couple of products which you can earn at 180 level. So there's a stamp set, which is the Touch of Ink, and there is the Berry Blessings bundle, which is some DSP, which is designer series paper, and a stamp set. So those are a 180 level, so what I would call a tier 2 level. So if you spend 180, you can pick that. If you spend $270, you can earn a 1 tier 2 and 1 tier 1 free item, or 3 tier 1. So there's no limit to what you can spend. So today's creative escape with me is about, I'm sharing mainly celebration items. I'm using some products from our animal catalog, which is also going to end in a couple of months, and our mini catalog. So I hope you enjoy it and have fun learning some new techniques and some new folds. And please let me know if you're watching with me. I would love to know who's watching. And chat with me in the chat box what you like and what you're interested in, and what takes your interest in these products, and whether you have got any of them yet or whether you plan on getting them. You've still got time, 4 days. So if you hurry, you can get them. And just contact me to place an order. I have got my shopping link. When I turn my camera down, you'll be able to see my shopping link. So please feel free to order through that, or you can contact me to place your order. I hope you have fun today with what I share. And yeah, say hi to me. And if you're watching on replay, please leave a comment. If you're watching this via a YouTube session, please leave me a comment. Please subscribe to my channel. I do post videos there quite often, so you can get updates and notifications of that. So thanks for watching today. I will turn the camera over so you can see what I've got to share. The first card I've got is quite a simple one, but it's just making use of your designer series paper. And I think it's always good to show some nice ideas of using paper. So this uses the paper from the Berry Blessings bundle. Now I will tell you which page it is on. This beautiful paper is on page 14. It comes as a bundle and it's free with a $180 purchase. So it is a tier 2 purchase, and you get this lovely stamp set. This matches or coordinates with the strawberry bundle, and the paper is perfect for that. And the design or the layout I am showing you will work great with any of your paper scraps, but I have chosen to use this beautiful paper, and the sentiment is from the Itty Bitty Birthdays. This is a fantastic stamp set to use for your to have on hand. It's just great for birthdays. So to create this, I have got 4 squares, which I've just used my paper trimmer for. And it's just 4 squares of 4 by 4 centimeters, which so you'll see it's just 4 by 4, and I've just cut that on my trimmer. The trimmer is a great addition to your toolbox. If you haven't got that, and it's on your wish list, add that. And that's, I think it's around the 50 or maybe 44. I think it's $44. I could be wrong, but that's nearly halfway there to your $90 mark. So I'm using a Just Jade card base. I love this color. It's one of our in colors. So in colors run for 2 years. We get 5 new in colors. And this year's in colors will, the 2019 in colors will finish this year. So this is an ideal time for you to buy your ink refills and cardstock, so you can earn some free product with that. So I have brought in my detailed trio punch. This great gets some lovely corners, and that's like a tag, great for a tag. So you will find that this is cuts the corners in a curved edge. So place your paper or cardstock into that right angle. Now the best way to do this is press down, and you'll get that, and you might see it better on that side. I'm going directly across from that, and I'll place that right in there. So I'm just going through all these 4 by 4 centimeter squares and doing this. So straight into that right angle, press on top. I'm just using my other hand to press on top because normally I stand to do that. Just a little bit easier to get the better grip on that. And we're just going through all that. And this, I'm using the same very DSP, but it's just a different sheet of it. Just to see some variation. I've just changed my mind on what color I'll use on the back. And you love it when you carve. I was going to use Just Jade, but I think I might use Poppy Parade, because I think Poppy Parade might be really lovely on this. So just give me 1 sec while I do Poppy Parade card base happening. Inspiration takes you everywhere. It's nice to see the difference. Okay, here we go. So get all that bit. So you've got 4 pieces there. And I'll just get my Poppy Parade card base. So I'm scoring that, and your trimmer does the scoring too, so it's really good. So then I will bring that around like that. So now I've got a piece of basic white cardstock, which is 9.9 by 14.2, and I want to, probably lost one of my little bits. Let me see. In my mood, no I haven't, it's stuck in my punch. So let's leave that safely, Rochelle. So I'm going to bring in my stamping card and emboss machine. I love embossing to give some lovely detail on without it. There's no effort required. So with your stamping card and emboss machine, it actually tells you what to do. So for embossing, it says uh, your different sandwiches. So this is a 3D embossing folder I am going to use, which is the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. And it says for 3D embossing folders, use plate 1 and plate 4. So I will use plate 1, then I'll use my embossing folder, and now don't put it right to the end because you have that little lip, otherwise that top it won't be embossed, so just insert it below. And with this one you do have to make sure that it is straight because of the pattern on the embossing folder. Put that away for now. I will be doing a little bit of die cutting. I've done a lot of it, but I just wanted to show you. It's good to see how this works, and that's the image that you get. Okay, that's the embossed image that comes from that. That's a really nice embossing folder. It's quite simple, not too busy, and works very well. So that's our sample card, and I'm just bringing this in now. So my creative escapes normally on a Wednesday night are just probably half an hour long. This one might go a little bit longer because I've got a few cards to show you, because it is Sale-A-Bration and we are a little bit sad to see it go, and I would like for you to see what some of these things do and what for you to get the best benefit of Sale-A-Bration. We're going for an amazing special. So now what I'm going to do is put 2 dimensionals. Now dimensionals are little things which are adhesive, so it's adhesive on both sides. So when you pull that backing off, it'll stick to your cardstock. So how I have laid this out, it is your preference, but for mine is I'm sort of going with the straight edge on that side. So once you lay the first ones out, you can work with it. Try and just balance it out. If you want to measure it, you can. I haven't. I just went with the good old eyes, which aren't that fantastic, as you can tell, but they do, the dimensionals they give, they work with you. Roughly, and then we can work there. Okay, and it's just a nice little way to get your DSP or pattern paper used up as well. If you have a punch or an old punch that was a 4 centimeter one, like a 1 inch square, that works fantastic. So you can just go punch them all out and have it ready to go. So you can see how that changes when you put on different hard card base. Now for a sentiment, I've just got the happy birthday, and I'll stick that on straight. I'm going to be punching it out anyway, but that's okay. And we might go, for the sentiment, I will go with Just J, because that's what I initially had planned. Add to that color scheme, and just a bit of scrap cardstock you have. You can see I'm not. I'm using Tuxedo Black there. If you're a beginner stamper and you don't know where to start, always add the Tuxedo Black ink pad. You need that in your stash. I would think that's one of the essentials. It's good to have a couple of colors, but black is a staple. The classic label punch is what I use for a lot of my sentiments. You know that punches are great, nice and quick, and with the classic label punch, it does fit several of our sentiments. I'm just bringing in a little bit of just the stamping dimensionals. When you get all the dimensionals, there's always a little bit on the corners. I just use that. You can use your mini dimensionals as well. Simple, but sweet. And these little enamel dots, which are in our ink colors, are from last year. So let's. No, it's going to use the magenta madness. So we're just going to put some Just Jade dots there. You can add more or less whatever you want. So that's done for that one. And then I might even add a bit of stamping from the Berry Blessing stamp set. So I think we could add some of these leaves, and they go quite well. It just has to be simple, but just enough to decorate our envelope and the inside of the card. So we'll go with some Just Jade to keep it nice and coordinated. And so easy when you just pick up on the colors of the designer series paper and just see a mark on that. So I'll just flip that. Size. Then I'll do the same on the envelope. You can put some designer series paper on the back of that envelope. I have done it quite a lot on some of my videos, so you would see that. See how I've done that. And I'll even do it on another card I've got today. On Sunday, I am going to be having another Sale-A-Bration send-off, and that will be on my group page, which is Stamping Flair online workshops and events. So if you haven't joined that group, you will want to. I have lots of fun changes coming to that group, including a name change. So there's a lot planned for that, and it's going to be more than workshops. But every month on the last Sunday of the month, I will have a workshop. So you're going to have lots of creativity in there. So that is our card. So that was my original sample. And this is on Poppy Parade. Hey Sharon, hi Marla. Good to see you guys. And maybe you can just pop in the chat box what you like. Did you like that layout? Probably something you could use. The colors. And so that's our first card done. So that's the Berry Blessings bundle, which you get with a $180 paper. So that designer series paper cannot be purchased. That is a free item, and it comes with this stamp set as well. The next card I have is I'm trying to work out what I'm going to show you. Okay, this is one thing I didn't do, but I haven't cut my paper, and that's what but I'll do this first. One I have done, because I missed a bit, so I haven't. Let me do this straight. This is a little bit of a fun fold. It is a fun fold, not a little bit of a fun fold, but it's an easy one. It's a diesel fold, and it's using our Touch of Ink stamp set. So I'll just flip that around so maybe you can see it better. So it lays flat like that, and then you open it like that. And I'm using the paper. Remind me, what is it called, guys? What is that paper called? It's the free one. It's at the start of the catalog. Paper Blooms. Paper Blooms paper. Designer series paper. So, Touch of Ink stamp set. Another freebie with our Sale-A-Bration. And that's with a $180 purchase. So, that's another good set. I've got stamp sets galore everywhere. I've been working with the new Butterfly Brilliance one, which is coming next month. And you'll get to have a look at that paper in a minute when I do a card with that. That's amazing. So, we're going to do the next card with a butterfly instead of the bird. So, instead of the hummingbird. So, I'm mixing it up a bit. And we'll change the paper. Some fun. So this was done on scissors for our big soft sea foam. And so this is a 10.5 cut, so straight down, folded at 14, scored at 14.8 and folded. And then I'm going to add a fold at 7.4, which is exactly 7.4 centimeters, which is exactly half of that. So that's pretty simple, half and half. It's quick and easy, which is how we like it. Now for the inside of the card, I am going with this nice stripper for Cocoa Rose. And yeah, it doesn't seem like it'll go, but it will. Trust me. Because that paper has it, so I've just picked up on the paper again. I love picking up on the colors in the paper. It just makes life so much easier. I always say, if we want to make it easy, let's not make it hard for ourselves. Now, what I'm going to do is there's a little bit of paper piecing, and I have to say, it's a technique that I have done in the past, but I've kind of forgotten about it. And then I watched Tina Zink do it when I watched one of her videos, and I thought, we should try that. So, and that was a nice technique. So, why not? And if she did it with this paper, and it looked amazing. So, Tina's awesome. And we'll bring in our tuxedo ink pad, right? So we're just going to leave our paper aside for a second. And I'm going to stamp this butterfly in tuxedo. So, like I said, now you want to, like I said, tuxedo is a staple. Pick a section that you like. Then we will punch out a 2-inch circle. So the sentiment is neither here nor there. You can choose what you like. It's whatever works for you. You can fit in there. And then we'll do a 2 1/4 inch circle out of the Cocoa Rose. So we'll match it up. Then I'll bring in some straps so I don't miss my facing mat. Then we'll start this butterfly again, right? To bring back on camera and I'm just gonna try and get as much of it as I can, but the main thing I want to get is those feelers, that's what they're called, so we don't have to really cut them out there. And that's what I did with the hummingbird, the beak as well. Sorry if I'm not responding to comments, I'm just have to refresh my screen and sometimes I haven't done that. So what I'll do now is go and fluffy cut this. Yes, I agree with you, Sharon. I think you're talking about that Berry Blessings paper. I just saw your comment. It is a really nice paper, and I hope so too. It's hard to tell. Yeah, it's a really bright and fun paper. So I'm not gonna fuss around all that. I will perhaps cut this, but and then I'll see what it looks like. So paper piecing is a nice technique. You can even color the edges if you want to make that more defined, if you want to add more color on the corners and to show differentiation, but I didn't. So I'm just going to stick this straight down, but to make it easy on myself and so I don't get glue where there is no wings, I'm just going to add a bit of glue on this. It makes it a bit easier for me to place that. I'm not going to put a sentiment on this. There is really no space, and I'm just going to put my sentiment on my base, so that piece which is actually holding that together. Okay, so let's start doing a little bit of assembly so we can get things put together. You could all do that, and that it just depends. That might be okay too. Just brings out the green a little more. That's the good thing when you've got so many colors, you can mix it. So basically this is a 9.9 by 14.2 piece of design series paper, and that's 9.9 by 6.8. Yes. Oops. Wrong side. Never mind. Wasn't thinking, was talking too much. Let's cut another piece. That's why I keep my things here. 9.9 by 6.8. I put down on my measurement. 6.8. Let's check if it's right. Yeah. What I do with my designer series paper when I get it, not all the time, at least on one sheet, I try to cut it into 9.9 sections, and it just makes it like a little bit easier. It's ready to go. and then you tend to use it if it's cut. Otherwise, you don't want to use it. Then I am going to put some dimensionals on this. Show you what I'm doing otherwise. And we'll make sure, okay, let's work out where we want this. We want it sitting, so we only need it on the bottom half because that's going to sit up, so you don't want to show it at the back. I'll just put 2 will be sufficient. The other option was to put the dimensionals there. That'll definitely make sure you don't get it anywhere else. Now, I have die cut this from, I will show you. I just got this set, this stamp and die set. I just want to show you. I procrastinated on this set because I wasn't sure whether I liked it. Now I got it, and I've used it, and it's amazing. I've just started cutting out. I'm going to use the flowers too. It's all stitched, so it's really fun. And I've seen such nice cards. I paid, and I bought it. So my next class is going to be on that. So all stitching on that, really nice. Do you do that? Going that you don't really like it, and then you end up buying it? So I want it right about there. And that'll sit up like that. Now for our sentiments. I went with the horse stamp set. Now this has some really good stamps in, and I might choose that happy birthday because I desperately need some. I do need some birthday cards, and it's funny when you're looking for a specific type of card. Even though I might have 400, I just can't find the one I want. So it's nice to have something ready to go. Maybe a little bit special with a fun fold is good. Okay. So for some scrap paper, and I'll stamp the sentiment. Let's see, in black. I think you could go out of navy, but I'm just gonna go black and keep it simple. Okay, that looks a bit messy. So let's test it. Oh no, it's stamping fine. Now I'm bringing in the double oval punch, which is one of the punches that match with this, and this punch set was brought in this catalog, or new to this catalog. Really handy. You can pop it. Let's pop this up. I didn't pop it up on my previous one. I actually had added some sponging on this because I felt it needed it. I haven't done it on this. But you could. Yes, so you can see how that's coming together. And I just want to add, I hadn't decided what I wanted to put, but maybe this Rococo Rose ribbon. Rococo Rose is one of the colors that is retiring, as is Seaside Spray. So next month, end of next month, our retiring list will come out. So if there's anything that you like, it could be ideal for you to get it now while you can get 3 items alongside it. And if there's, as I said, ink refills, generally go first once they put out those retiring lists, because if you haven't got the ink refills for Seaside Spring or Papa Rose, terracotta tile, of course there's no purple posy, and I'm just looking at my colors. Pretty peacock. So you might want to get them before they run out. Cut out the door, and then times this comes out. Did you have a favorite in those colors in our last the 2019-2021 colors? Do you have a favorite color? I know I'm a pink girl, but I think I like Seaside Spring. It is funny to have something. Rochelle, how did you do that? You thought you'd like the pink Rococo Rose. I do, but I just like the softness of Seaside Spring. So this is our card, and I'll just do a quick something on our in the life. We don't have to decorate the inside, it's all done. So if for writing, you've got plenty of space there. Let's do a quick decoration. I need to use up my paper, so let's decorate the back of that. This paper, I did a card with those hey girlfriend stamp set. It went really pretty with that. Okay, so that's done, and we'll just trim that down. You could another way to decorate envelopes, you can emboss them. That's we could have even if you use embossing fold on the card, you can always emboss the envelope so it matches. That works well. So I matched the floral side because I thought, oh, it's already heavy on the inside with that stripes. It's done. It nicely thickens, extra thickens. Our envelopes are so good quality, but it just makes it even more heavy and nicer looking. So there you go. That's our matching easel card. Hope you like that. So that's our second card we've done today. Have you been following the blog with all my I've been posting a celebration countdown with different projects there. So I've got a 10-day countdown. Today is day 4. So end of celebration countdown. Putting the stamps away. Just give it a moment. I took a while to get used using this touch of ink, and then had so many ideas. It was really fun when I started doing it. The next kind I have is quite another simply a simple type of card and layout, but I think it makes great use of designer series paper. This is using the also ombre designer series paper, and with simple stamps and with the corner bouquet stamp. My last week's Creative Escape showed you a way to use that, different ways to use the corner bouquet stamp. Um, so if you haven't watched that, take a peek at that because it gave you some options. Sorry, I'm going to stretch and get my Rococo Rose ink pad, which I forgot to get. But here we are. So we're going to do this. This is Granny Apple Green. And again, I used the beautiful stitch flowers, which you saw before when I showed you from this Pierce Bloom. Really nice. Now I'm going to use Rococo Rose for her decrease. One of our all outgoing colors. So this paper comes in there's 4 shades, not 4 shades, 4 colors in the pack, but it's ombre, so you can use a variation of pink. That's for the inside. This is the outside bit. And we need our big stamp, biggish stamp, so that's our E-block. If you are starting off or you are trying to collect your clear blocks, you can get them one at a time, or if you buy them in a whole set, you get 10% off. That's a bundle price. So the same way you get our stamps and dies in bundles, you get the clear blocks in a bundle, or you get the ink pads in a bundle when you buy them all together. So there's always a bundle price, which is set there. So this is the stamp I'm using, and I'm using Rococo Rose. So I'm inking it up. And you don't need the piercing mud under because it's a clean stamp, and of course rubber on the end. So just going crooked there, but I'm not going to fuss because I will put my flower there. And it is a bit all over the place kind of stamp, so it's giving you a bit of a border. I'm just going to bring in a bit of that there. Just want to fill in the gaps. The Helio Heart stamp set is another stamp set that is free with the Sale-A-Bration. So got lots of sentiments. We're in this together. Sorry for your loss. Then there's sentiments that would go inside as well. So I haven't even used some of them yet, but I might. I like the thank yous, and I do need thank yous, and customer thank yous are always good. Now, if you have a big wish list, or if you love the Stampin' Up products, joining during Sale-A-Bration is a great time because you're gonna get your starter kit for $169. And you can choose $235 of products, plus you get designer series paper in colors for next year. I did mess that thing up, but I will cover that up with it. I think I did that last time too. So what I'm going to do is glue this together. I'm using white now, basic white, instead of the black. Black would work too. So quite a simple layout, and it works. This is one that will work all the time. There are some go-tos that, you know, yeah, I can do it with any type of paper, any type of stamping. How I do my ribbons, if you watch me, you know what I do, but I just add some tear and tape, double-sided tape. And it extends the life of your ribbon. You can do more. This is the crinkle seam binding ribbon. And then what I'll do is I will do a ball, but we'll try and cover that, make a ball and cover that little mess up I've done. If not, Betty is going to have a nice little curl in that, which I don't mind. Bit of script. Get a stamping red marker and just fix that. I do that if I miss the stamping and stuff. You can do touch-up jobs. Okay. So if you place it like that, and I just do it a bit smaller, I'll be able to just do a bit of a camouflage. Now let's bring in this die. I wanted to show you, or I want to use it as well for this particular card. There's heaps in here. Let's have a look how many there are. It's 25 dies. So that's, I'm going to use that. So that's from that. And we'll use our stamping pad and emboss machine again. We'll do some paper. We want white. Should I do white? Or maybe I will do a pair with a blushing brown or something. That's what I wasn't sure of, and that's why I had to pick the cardstock. Yeah, I think blushing brown might be nice. So, your sandwich is going to be a 1, 2, and 3. So it's simple for die cutting. So it's a 1, then a 2, and it tells you, and it actually tells you, do not use with embossing folders. So the number 2 one. So when you're embossing, you can just straight away take it away. So I'm going to cut 2 of these because I'm going to layer it. So this is Blushing Bride I'm using, and I'm going to see how that holds up. And then in which case I might use a white center. Okay. It's really pretty. I'll just run that backwards. The second one. So we've got 2. I am going to run that center portion, I had it in black, but I think white might be nicer and not so stark on that. So let's add a little bit of black. Good thing is you get 2 of these at one go. The clunk is just it getting off the rollers, so don't worry that you have broken the machine. You haven't. So there we are. That's that. It's all really nicely. It has a nice finish. That particular die, I like it. Can you tell I've been pleasantly surprised with that die? I think sometimes when you see the catalog, you're not maybe not as enthused about it. And oh, that's really nice. So I'm just layering this, and I've just given it a bit of a push around with my. You can use a bone folder, but I didn't want it that heavy. And then I'm just checking. I've used dimensional, so I will put a dimensional in between. Put one in the center, and then just offset it a bit. That's our white one here. Save them for later. I think the white sort of looks nicer. This card. So this is the Othel ombre paper which we are using on this. And that's our corner bouquet stamp set. So both Sale-A-Bration items. So now I can go ahead and start just putting my card together. Just want to see how with the ombre look, what looks better. Do I want that or do I want that? And I might go with that look. Just preference, which side I want, the lighter side. And this is a stock standard matte 9.9 by 14.2. My card base is a bit off. I'll put that at the back. I don't get to, I know sometimes we want it exact, but if things go a little bit wrong like that, I just put it to the back, or you can cut the bottom. But I don't get too hung up on stuff like that. Really, it is a handmade card, and I think people really appreciate the time we take. This is a bit wonky. This is a little bit extra wonky. Definitely, I would recommend a scoreboard for that, like an actual the stamping scoreboard. There is, and that has a metric plate as well, and there's lots of effects you can get with that. And I think I might do a little bit of a class with that. What you can do with the scoreboard, lots of fun techniques with that. But for starters, the trimmer is great. Don't add, I would say just get the trimmer, and you've got the scoreboard in there as well. So all I'm doing is putting that there. So we're centering. And you know how I say always add something on an angle or on a corner or something like that. How I'm balancing this out is by putting those flowers on the side. The flower, I should say. So there's always a way to make it like fix something, or you think, oh, that went really, really wrong. It hasn't. It's just a way for you to get creative and fix things. not fixes. You to get creative and just make it different. Okay, so we'll put that there. Right, that we've done, and let's put some sort of embellishment. I've used my pearls well. What are all those colors you say on my pearls? Why is it such a mess? That's because I've taken my stamping blends and I've colored them. So you can make your pearls any old color you like. And let's decorate the bottom of this with our stamp. Nice and quick, easy to stamp. Sometimes stamping is just easier than putting the paper and cutting it. And I try to, with like, especially when I'm doing all my Christmas cards, and you've got 200 of them to do in different styles. Try and stamp. Stamping's so quick. That's the beauty of stamping. Bang, and you're done. No glue, no sticking down, cutting, nothing. And that's the bottom of that done. And let's decorate that thing and like bring the postman a smile. He's probably thinking these people have too much time on their hands. There we go. That's our card with in the pinks. So Rococo Rose, kind of. With a bit of Blushing Bride. I just add a bit more there. It's just a bit sticking up, so we'll just add another one. Yeah, Rococo Rose ink, Blushing Bride mixed with white. So you're getting your shades going. That's Granny Apple Green with basic black. So what do you think? Like that layout and like the colors? That's the also ombre paper will not be available after Sale-A-Bration. So that's 6x6 paper. And that's free with the $90 purchase, as are the sentiment stamp, which is the with the thank you and the halo heart and the corner bouquet stamp set. So they're all available at the moment. So anything that catches your fancy, you may like to add that to your list. And I'll just give my corner bouquet stamp set a clean. This one was a little bit of a surprise for me too. The corner bouquet, as you work with it, because I think when you look at it, the catalog, you're at a loss what to do. But as you work with it, you find different things to do with it. And that's the good thing. Like, open your stamps and just try different things, and you just never know what will take place. And for our last card, I wonder whether you can guess what I'm going to use of my Sale-A-Bration products. You can take a guess. It's my absolute favorite. It's the donkey. And I love the donkey. So I'm just going to get my paper and I haven't die cut my rectangle. I just walked over to where my die cutting machine was. And so I've just used the stitch rectangles to die cut these, and the pick a punch You were right. Yeah. Yeah, Sharon, you were right. You win the prize. Yeah. It's a cute one. Donkey. Donkey's cute. Now, I am first going to show you. I'll put this down the side before I lose it because my desk is like a little bomb has hit it at the moment. Because I've got when I do a live, it's that's how it is. You just throw everything everywhere. I fix that up later. All right, this is the brand new paper and collection coming in next month. I love all the quirky animals. Is that people too, Sharon? This is the new collection coming up next month, but you can add it to a starter kit if you join this month and buy the try kit, which is $169. You get this, so you can add this to your kit. So it's 120. Ooh, let me have a look. Let me have a look. So that's that. Just pulling all my paperwork. The whole collection is $125. Oh, licorice all sorts, Sharon. Yeah, that's what it is. Uh, so here's our paper, and that's the. So you get heaps of this 48 sheets, I think. So it's all butterflies. But I like the soft colors. That's what's really drawing me to this paper. Just it's very summery, and I always say it's like sherbet or like ice cream, like gelato. I'm just flicking through these. That's nice. I think it makes good baby cards, sympathy cards, you know. Um, the what is very good about this, I'll show you what's really, really good. It's got dies, and it has got a stamp set. So the stamp set is one big stamp set, and one die, or there's still single individual dies. But when you cut this, it comes out separately. So you get several butterflies. So you get 6 butterflies. So even though it's one die cut, it cuts separately. And I did a sneak peek the other day, but I just wanted to show you because I'm using the paper today and it's nice to show you. So see this paper? Ta-da! You cut it out like that. So you have then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 butterflies all ready to put on a card. And you don't even have to color it in. Just put the background paper, put that paper perhaps on the back. Oh, I didn't show you that one, did I? Yeah. And it's ready to go. So that's my little sneak at what's going on there for next month. So if you are a butterfly fan, that's definitely for you. So this is our little donkey, and I'm going to do it on a terracotta tile base, just to be different. And I've got my little bits and pieces there, all set to go. And how nice is that paper? And we've got all types of wonderful things happening. But before I get to that, I'm just going to start die cutting my cardstock. I didn't do that. Kind of missed that, but it doesn't matter because you kind of get to see how this machine works. And if you haven't got it, it's something you may like to see or get. There's a mini version as well, and anywhere in the catalog where you see mini, you can use it any dies, any embossing folders, that's a mini, that will fit in the mini stamping cut and emboss machine. So that's that one. And I haven't quite worked out what I want to put behind this little donkey, so I will bring out some of our paper because I wasn't sure what to put with the terracotta tile. So I might get that filled a lot because it is the color of, or even I might get a crumb cake or something. Yeah, I think it's well. This is our designer series paper, which is our neutrals designer series paper. You get in our basic color range or in our classic color ranges, you get designer series papers. So it is how do I say, it is more suited, or it is designed to give you paper for every color, and then you can have something to match, and for basic creations, and then you can have your other designer series paper, which are designed for particular suites and things like that. So the basic range is always, I think, a good thing to have on hand. Sometimes you may not want all the colors and things like that. So I'm showing you different color schemes so you can see what this can really do. I normally don't do this. I always like to do it on a trimmer, but I'm being naughty and lazy. So let's bring it donkey. This one's a cute one. Some stamp sets you don't get rid of, and this is one of them for me. So I'm trying to get rid of things. Goodness. But I'm doing a clear out. Let's stamp it in early espresso. So terracotta tile card base, early espresso ink. And I will color in some soft suede stamping blends. But I'm also going to bring in some crumb cake, I think, because it might need some blending in. Always good to have two shades, and you can then get a bit of a nice blending going on. Now, when you use stamping blends, just a little tip, always have something underneath to absorb that color. So I'll start with the lightest color, which is my crumb cake, light crumb cake. And I just want to see how it goes, and I might not even use a lot of that soft suede, because soft suede can be quite dark. Just got to use it in little quantities, sometimes depends on what you're using it for. Then I'll go the light soft suede. Yeah, that's okay. That blends in quite well. Bringing in my dark crumb cake. You can see I went over there, so I'm just going to bring in the color lifter. I'll just use it a little bit on that. You can barely see it, but I'm just getting rid of some. And you just leave it there for a while and it'll absorb. So I'm back with my light crumb cake. So I just use very little of that soft suede, and I might use a little more. So I only use the light soft suede. And then we're blending back in with the lightest crumb cake just to get rid of any of the lines. I'm going back in with my color lifter here just to try and get rid of some of the bit which I had gone over. But sometimes the color lifter does take time. It's just because of the alcohol. So just do that, and not that you can see it much, but that's it. Alright. Then I will color. Oh, I want to finish this. So and oh, yeah. So as the color dries, it does blend a little more, which is good. Now I've just for the rose, granny apple green. I picked something that matches nicely with my terracotta tile and to lift it a bit, and daffodil delight. So we've used a fair bit of blends, and blends are, I think it's $15.75. You buy it in a combination pack, so you get two colors, the light and the dark shade in one. So that's done, and we have this. Cut that down a bit. So it has been a little bit a much longer session, but it's just what we've had a few cards today, and we've had some fun tools and things to share. So thanks for sticking with me. Appreciate it on a working night. It's always a bit difficult, so much going on, isn't it? So that's just the basic white, and this is that butterfly paper. Now I'm gonna stick this. So this is the same. You also get this in the wood. I've just chosen that. So that's crumb cake. And I would put two on the right because the other one's just going to stick other side is going to stick directly over your crumb cake panel. So it's good to do that. Otherwise you're going to have one side's like this and a bit higher because this has already been raised up. Now for our sentiment again, I've used the birthday one, and on my table is this birthday one hiding. So what I used was birthday wishes. You can pick anything. I just thought the font was a little bit fun and went with this donkey. And that's the reason I chose it. So I've got a panel of Daffodil Delight and a panel of the terracotta tile. This is the Lovely Labels Pick a Punch. So to make my life easy, I have put the inches measurement at the back. Now I've just done 2 centimeter and a 1.5. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 2 centimeters, and it was 1.5. So that was my measuring guide, and it's quite easy to make it centered. You just look on the other side, and if you don't stick to that same measurement, just make sure it's in the center of that design. This gives you basically 6 sizes in those punches. Just insert it right to the end, and then I will stamp. So I've used Tuxedo Black on all my sentiments today, and I will stamp birthday wishes in there. What I'm going to do is then this will layer inside that. Hi Belle, how are you going? Thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone who's watching one on replay and things. Yeah, I'm grateful for the support. So you can go a third size and give it another color. So if you wanted to go like perhaps the soft suede or something, you could add that as an extra size. So then I want to fit that like that. So I will cut it directly across. And so before I cut it, I will stick that, I think I'm gonna do, maybe I'll cut it, it doesn't matter. And then we can work out our ribbon, or our twine, I should say. So with the twine, this is the snail mail twine. I just left a fair, probably about 10 centimeters, enough for one side of your bowl, right? And then go around a few times, 3, 4 times, as much as you like. I did it 3, I think, and then by the time I tied the knot, it became 4. Then I tied a knot right at the top. So you just want to make sure this side is nicely, looks nice. The back doesn't matter. Like it's going to be like that or something. Then double knot it. I'm just gonna bring that up. You're gonna have a nice ball anyway on top. And then leave the same amount, maybe even a bit extra, on that side, so you can always cut it down. So then I will tie a bow there. you can color this using a sponge daubers or inks or stamping right markers. They work well. Like this tighten, and it looks really rubbish, that ball, but let's make it neater once I tighten it. And then I have heaps left over, which happened to me before as well. You can always use it on something if it's like excess, like I have. See how you go. No, because actually that wasn't too bad. That chapter I wouldn't keep it because I forget that it's there, and then I don't use it, and then I make all this junk in my drawer. Okay, now to stick this down, again, same principle as this donkey, how we did it. Dimensionals on the left, let's try it. Okay, and we're going to try and put it there. And we might put dimensions all the way here. I had a bit more gap here, so that's why I did it like that. But we might put dimensionals all the way because this has more to stick on. Forget what I just said. Funny, same card, but I've just laid it out a touch differently, so it does look a little bit different. Okay. So now for these are metallic pearls. In that metallic pearls, you also get a gold, and I like this because it's not a strong gold. It's a very soft, I should say. And it's good. This pack is good like for Christmas because then you get a silver and a gold. That's that one. And I might just put a little bit of some tape on the inside just to decorate that. And I'll show you while I've got it. These are the butterflies I die cut the other day. Really good. Trying to see that I had some scrap, but probably not. So we'll just go ahead and cut another one. I could even put that crumb cake piece of paper. Let's try to work out. Or we might even stamp the donkey. Let's stamp him and see what happens. Nothing's gonna happen, but just decorating inside is like total choice. How much you want, isn't it? You can go to town. You can keep it simple. You can color it in. And really go fancy. Alright, so I have my early espresso, which I will do the envelope because it's already cut, and let's see how it goes because I have done it. Don't you love it when you lose your envelopes? I have plenty. Here we are. So I've already inked it up, so I'm just going to go with perhaps an angle. So it's a bit paler. Then I'll do this one a little bit in full strength. And I won't color it in, it's not necessary. If you want to, you can. And then I'll probably cut that with a bit of DSP. You could put a strip of the nice DSP. It's got Butterfly Bijou, I think. That's the name of it. I could be pronouncing it wrong. V-I-J-O-U. So that's donkey done. It's over, you guys. So that's our fourth card and our final card. And I hope you have liked that one. So some fun cards. Bit of interactive fun we had today with our cards as well. So just to recap what we did. So this was our donkey today, the last one. Then we had this one, which was Touch of Ink stamp set with the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper, which was an easel fold. Then our also ombre paper. It's the Stitch Blooms bundle, the stamp set. We've got the From the Heart, I think the stamp set, and Corner Bouquet. So those are 3 Sale-A-Bration products in there. And of course our last one, or the very first one we did, was using up our Designer Series paper with the Berry Blessings Designer Series paper. So I hope that has been fun for you. Thanks for sticking around. It was a long Facebook Live today, and I do appreciate you taking that time from your evening to be with me. So, join me on Sunday. I'll just double check that time. I will post it up because I think my workshops are normally at 2. But I'll double check that time, and I will post it up. I will do another 4 projects. It may not be cards with the Sale-A-Bration. It is the last day of Sale-A-Bration on Sunday, so get your orders in. I will put the ordering link up. Please contact me. You don't want to miss out on this. So ordering special, I will have an ordering special. I will put up that on Sunday, and your Sale-A-Bration ends on Sunday, so you will need to give time to place that order because they will shut off orders on Sunday night. So place make a wish list if you want over the next day or so what you would like from those items. And if you are interested in joining my team, please contact me. Want to know the questions, want to know what any secret that are there and what the hidden costs are and things like that. There are none, but if you have any questions like that, please contact me and I'm happy to help. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope to see you on Sunday if you have the time. If not, you can watch it on replay. So have a lovely rest of the week. See you. Bye.